It's new surveillance footage. It shows the moments leading up to and following a senseless random attack on the light rail in Charlotte. So you can actually see the victim, a 23-year-old Ukrainian refugee, sat right in front of the suspect, the man in the red hoodie identified as DeCarlos Brown. He then attacked her from behind for no reason, but we won't show the actual stabbing. So medical professionals pronounced her dead at the scene. Brown removed his hoodie, then exited the train. Authorities arrested him. They believe he and the victim did not know each other. So I want to go live now to Anna Schecter, CBS News senior coordinating producer for our crime and public safety unit. Quite some video to look at there. Something that stands out here is Brown's record. We're talking about 16 arrests prior to this one. So do we know if he was on a police watch list?
Well, he certainly had served time. He'd been in and out of prison. There was a 2014 incident of aggravated assault and robbery that he served several years for. So when it comes to a police watch list, not necessarily, but certainly he had a known criminal record. But it raises the question, he was not serving any time or under probation at the moment of this crime. So it raises the question about how law enforcement handles people who were struggling with mental health. There was a documented instance. In fact, his mother had actually called and raised a red flag after he got out of prison after that 2015 the 2015 time served. So just a really challenging situation. Does law enforcement lock someone up because they have a criminal history, because there's documented mental health? It's a big question, and policy makers and law enforcement have been struggling with how to answer that question. And it's a bigger question for our society. Certainly law enforcement didn't think that there was any reason to believe he would carry out this senseless, random act of violence in the way he did, resulting in this horrific death of this Ukrainian refugee.
Yeah. You know, we're at a time of easily accessible crime video. So let's talk about perception. So right now, there's a debate around the country just how much violent crime is actually happening. Can you help us kind of connect perception to reality, and specifically in North Carolina?
It's a great question. And, you know, we in this country, we've been conducting surveys for many years, asking people how they feel about crime. And consistently, every single time, people generally feel like crime is worse than the statistics actually show. And if you talk to think tanks that are right-leaning and left-leaning, they're going to say the same things. So that's sort of the historic perspective. Violent crime is significantly down from its height in the 90s, and that goes for North Carolina as well. But if you put the United States in a global context, you are much more likely to be a victim of a violent crime here in this country when compared to other high-income countries. So when Donald Trump talks about crime and he sort of taps into this politics of fear, he's striking a chord, because we do have an issue with violent crime in this country. But I would caution everybody about the rhetoric about it being sort of out of control. I mean, we are at a place where violent crime, as I said before, is significantly down from its height in the 90s. And yes, we did see a spike in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, but the trends are coming down back to where pre-pandemic levels were. In general, we are not there yet, but we are approaching it.
All right, Anna Schecter. Anna, thank you as always.